Hey guys, it's Professor Herb here. We're back again. We're playing some sub-terrors in this climb to Cog. Right now, I have collected everything I needed from the Black Rose box. We're now in the Judgment Force box. We're trying to get 2 more copies of World Legacy Pawns. We have already 1 copy, which we got with our SR Dream ticket. Now we're trying to get 2 more. We might have to go through the whole box for this. It's 180 packs, a lot of the packs, but it's kind of just a slightly better card than what we're already running. It's not a huge upgrade at this point. I arguably could be going for toolbox monsters, some good Exceeds that I only need 1 copy of. Those might have a bigger impact on the deck than another 2 copies of World Legacy Pawns, but I don't know that. I'd like to have a complete optimized version of the deck, and for the most part, I'm not going to be Exceeds summoning very much, and I have no use for Synchros or Fusions, so it's really just down to using World Legacy Pawns, and I think there's Flip-Flop Frog. That's the other card that I need to go and get. I really think that Flip-Flop Frog is just a win more card. I don't think it's really that much better than the Maidens, so it's the lowest on my priority in my opinion. Others might disagree. They might tell you that Flip-Flop Frog is an enormous improvement over the Birds. I think that they help you stay consistent with their draw engine. Flip-Flop Frog doesn't draw, it disrupts. Disruption is very strong, so I understand the desire for them, for it over the Birds. I've gone over this now. Let's see if we can get 2 more World Legacy Pawns. I have enough to buy 2 packs. I'm just going to buy them real quick, and then we're going to play 3 games. So, I'm going to get a bunch of new cards because I haven't gone into this box. Most of it, I'm just going to ignore. Lunalights is a good archetype for new players. It's not my favorite archetype to face. I see it a lot. We're going to be facing it a lot, I promise you. It's not that bad. We will lose to it. But I think we're good. Let's just head on in there. We didn't get our World Legacy Pawns. I wasn't expecting to with only 2 packs to open. But que sera, sera. Let's do this. Do I think that we can get to Cog in a single month? I don't know, especially at the pace I'm playing. It's already the 5th of the month, and I'm not at a bronze. So, I don't know. But every time I go up 2, 3... obviously, it's not the 5th of April by the time this gets posted. It's the 5th of April by the time this is recorded. So, that's also a difference maker. Okay, so he doesn't have much on the field to scare me. I'm going to put... Since I have 2 copies of my trap, I'm not too overly concerned if he kills one of them, because I still have another copy in my hand, and I don't want to activate my skill. I actively can get 2 monsters on the field to sack for Terror Behemoth by using both Canadia and my trap monster. Star Seraph. Star Seraph. Okay, so he's got some pretty scary monsters on the field. He can definitely Exceeds into something that could be a problem. He has used his normal summon. I like talking through what's going on here so you can better have an idea. Okay, so he committed everything to making this monster. I'm going to hit it face down. He can't use it. His turn is over. Destroy all cards. Discard Attach 5 exceed. I've never actually seen this monster. I've come to realize. I don't know where this is from. I'm not exactly sure how it would get 5 materials. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I don't actively know how. Maybe... I do know that the number monsters have a way of overlaying on top of one another. I know that's a thing. Okay. So I have options here, right? I can sacrifice this guy and the trap. How much defense did this thing have? 2,000? Okay. So I can just kill it. I can just kill it with him. And I won't need to commit so many monsters to doing it. So I think that's my best play. I won't have to commit so much of my board to kill him with summoning this guy. So we're going to attack. And he has nothing, so we're just going to use this now. I guess I could wait to see if he Sphere Karibos, but I'm not going to. Make him a 3k and destroy that monster, because he's an obvious threat, a real obvious threat. So now, at any point, I can summon this guy, sack both my 4-star and it, get a copy of my Subterror Behemoth onto the field, and then banish his entire field. I can also do the same thing if he ends his turn. I kind of wish I could sacrifice this guy in Canadia. Just it's not in the cards, baby. Alright, so we're gonna hit on because I don't want my turn to end. There's stuff I want to do. Alright. This is all big brain times, man. All big brain times. Nope. Gotta sacrifice this 7-star. We're gonna put you face down. And then, lastly, we're gonna flip you face up. Not use that. Go into face up defense and destroy his newly set card on his turn so he can't use it. I get back my warrior, so I didn't actually lose him. I just lost my trap card. This is why the Subterror deck is so strong, dude. And why I'm not too overly concerned with getting another copy of that trap card because of World Legacy Pawns. Because realistically, let's be honest, I'm not hurting for effects. World Legacy Pawns won't let me use it to sacrifice and get a monster like the trap card I just did would, right? So effectively, if you want to break down everything I just did, I played a trap card to special summon a face down monster from my deck, which then I used, without losing any card advantage, to destroy his back row. So I converted my trap to a card of my choice and removed a card from his field, from the game. Whether it be to the graveyard in this case, or literally removed from play. I could have made that choice as well if he had a monster. I didn't have to, but it was in fact an option. So that's why World Legacy Pawns I do think might be an upgrade over this 7-star trap monster, but I'm not like convinced it is, right? Because that 7-star trap monster is super useful. Being able to sack it for anything I want during my opponent's turn is super good. It makes it so I don't have to use my skill. My skill is kind of a last resort. I really don't want to use my skill if I don't have to. Yeah, okay. My skill is sort of like if I have no other options. It's purely designed to keep my deck some levels of consistent. But the statue being able to destroy cards as well, it's super useful. I mean, granted, I only have the 2 copies of the statue, so the only way I'm going to destroy cards with the statue is by summoning a second copy of it, which is not like, oh my god, impressive, you know? But it's something, dude. It's something. What more can you ask? Alright, so he'll be able to destroy my face down, which, you know, that hurts. I'll be able to draw a card because he's killing the birds. Draw. I'll be able to discard. Look! Perfect example. Perfect example. Now, unless he attacks me, which he really shouldn't and probably won't if he knows what he's doing, that monster he just attacked with, I mean, he could disconnect right now. He is having connection. Ooh. Okay, I might have had troubles, but I don't think I would have. So, to describe what I would have done is he would have blown up my monster, right? Then, because this guy, when he attacks in the same turn, he can destroy a monster on the field. It's an option. Yeah, you can target one monster in the field, destroy it. Then, my turn would have come up. I would have put down my barrier statue, and I would have just summoned both of them and destroyed his monster, while having my 4-star on the field to go get whatever I wanted out of the deck, if I needed to, if I felt I needed to. It didn't matter. I ended up winning, but having the 2 barrier statues would have been nice. I guess now I do still have the 2 enemy controllers. That can be replaced with the Subterror World Legacy pawns. And I almost forgot, I do have Paleozoic Canadia. I would like to get 2 more of those. I think those are even better than the enemy controllers. Now, enemy controller does allow me to steal my opponent's monster and then sack it with my warrior, which is a dirty play. Such a dirty play, you know? Being able to take my opponent's monster and then sack it to get my own monster on the field. It's really a nasty move. But the problem with that is the fact that I need to sacrifice a monster, and if it gets negated, that sucks, because I just went down 2 cards. And the sacking a monster is a cost, so I don't get that back if my card's negated. And Providence is a pretty popular card in Blue Eyes decks, which can definitely negate it. Though they would have to discard a spell, like Cards of Continents, which they don't want to do. But they could. I mean, they could. 400 health. Oh my god. I need to get out of bronze rank, dude. I need to get out of bronze rank something fierce. I think we're going to play one more game because that last one barely counted, you know? He's got 2 face downs. If he's running this blue medicine, though, I don't know how much I really care. Like, realistically. I'm getting no kickback from his side of the field. So, I think it's just free reigns, boys. The best part about, like, honestly, this archetype right now is Lightning Vortex just came out. And if people are running Lightning Vortex later on when I'm playing, it's not going to do anything. All my monsters are face down. Now, if they use Special Hurricane, which is another card that exists, that can kill my monsters. But Special Hurricane comes in a structure deck, so it's not really a very easy to play free-to-play card. That is Time Wizard, and I am not going to let Time Wizard screw me. So I am taking that. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No Time Wizard. No, 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 that is not going to happen. Thank you very much. We're going to banish that time wizard right out of the game. Get out of here, you. And then we're going to destroy your back row. And then we're going to probably win for game. Assuming that your back row doesn't actually have anything. Okay, it didn't. Oh my god, that time wizard, dude. That would have been a terrible way to go. Let me just turn that off. I don't want to keep asking me. See, sometimes you gotta just commit, dude. Like, I couldn't let that time wizard go off. The birds did not mean nearly as much to me as hoping that time wizard blew up. I was not gonna let that happen. No, 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 no. No, I'm not gonna let a coin flip decide my fate, thanks. Alright, we'll play one more game. I think it takes about like 20 wins to get to silver rank. About. So, I think we're literally on a win streak that hasn't ended. So that's pretty sweet. So we'll throw one more game in. The last two games were super quick. All of them have been pretty fast. Knocking them out like no tomorrow. Man, the deck is just cruising now. It's so consistent now that we have 3 copies of the trap. Got 3 copies of the boss. Winning, I'll go up a rank. Sweet. Just absolutely cruising. So, yeah, we only have the 1 trap card. There's no reason to dilly-dally putting it down. Now, I could get boned if he just starts off with like a, you know, I have to think like, how is my opponent going to start playing this once I get to higher ranks? And every time I'm just looking at Kaiba and just thinking, okay, Kaiba's going to go into some sort of Cards of Continents, discard an egg, get, so there's this guy. This guy destroys an opponent's monster by battle. Okay, well, you're not doing that. Not without making your guy stronger. That's not killing my 2000. Sure. Yeah, we'll discard this dude. I can get him out of the grave real easy. You doing anything else? Well, let's just win, I guess, because we're gonna flip my monster face up. Banish his. Get my warrior out of the grave. Yep. I could get the 5-star. I do think that's a little, like, try-hard, though. I don't think I need to do that. Just go face down. Let's, you know, obviously be mindful. I want to prepare for Sphere Kribo or such other hand traps. Though I highly doubt that he's running them. I have to pretend like I can assume he is. So never like play suboptimally just because you think you can. Oh. Ooh, I had a weird like freeze there. My like whole computer froze. I hope everything went alright. I'm still recording, so should be. I'll see how it looks like in the footage afterwards. But my whole screen froze. Okay, well anyway, we won. Super easy. Very quick matches today. Oh my god, I knocked out 4 wins in like no time. It took longer to open those 2 packs and my pre-ramble than facing any of these decks. I forgot to look at their decks. So we'll stop the day by looking at their desk. Alright, so not Obelisk the Tormentor, give him that much. Prime Material Dragon, probably shouldn't be running it, but I mean, let's be fair, there's worse cards in the game. Like Dodger Dragon here? What does this even do? This card, normal summon, cannot be negated. Okay, that doesn't really come up that much in Duel Links. After this card is normal summoned, your opponent cannot activate counter traps for the rest of the time. Okay. I mean, counter traps really aren't that strong in Duel Links. That might be alright in the base game if you're really worried about counter traps. It's like a side deck card. Like, oh, I'm facing a lot of counter traps. Let me, side this in. Like, why? You don't main deck a card like that. Prime Material Dragon again. It can negate the activation of cards that destroy cards, which is always, useful. And you can activate its effect. It's just during either player's turn when a card is activated that would destroy a monster or more, monsters on the field, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard to get the activation if you do destroy it. So you can destroy a card that destroys cards, and you can discard a white stone to activate that effect. I don't think Prime Material Dragon is that bad. I do think that having to sack a monster for it is bad, and that's why you shouldn't run it. Realistically, it's just too hard to get onto the field. You don't want to be sacrificing monsters. This guy was rocking a Lightning Vortex, by the way. That is pretty funny. But what was the guy running before him? Ugh, garbage. Why does he have Gift of Greed? Why does he have Gift of Greed? He had Gift of Greed because he's rocking restricted. What is going on here? Is he like some sort of burn deck? I don't know what this guy's strategy is. What is he doing? He's all over the place. This looked like a proper... It's one card over, which isn't the end of the world. I probably would take this sword out, just so I wasn't over. Or I would take these guys out. No, I guess maybe I would take out Bubble Man. He's real bad. Really bad. I guess he has Bubble Man for mask change, but then you also have Ocean for that, so... Yeah, Bubble Man's real bad. I might even take this sword over Bubble Man. Like, that's how bad Bubble Man is. You never want his effect to go off because that means you left your hand with 0 cards. You don't want to do that. And the field has to have nothing too, right? It's like really hard to get off. This card is your only card in hand. You can special summon it from your hand. Okay, so that's not that hard. And then when this card is summoned, you can draw 2 cards. You must control no cards and have no cards on the field to resolve this effect. So he has to be the last possible card you have, both on the field and in your hand, for him to draw cards. Otherwise, he's just a free special summon. Which, okay, I guess if you're playing like Infernities with Exceeds or Synchros even. But like, no. Don't run him. He's bad. What was this guy rocking? This guy's rocking like a Star Seraph deck. Like a not great, but I've seen far worse Star Seraph deck. He only has 1 stick and chair. Rocking 3 Powers of the Guardian. Classic. Light Force Sword could have hurt me. I mean, yeah, I've seen worse. I would take out a Power of a Guardian or maybe one of these things. I don't know what they do. Actually, he's pretty easy to summon. If your opponent controls a monster with 2,000 or more attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. Actually, he's got a lot of stars for somebody who you can special summon from your hand. If you control an level 8 monster, you can summon this without tributes. I guess the whole point is to make this 8-star prison. I don't like this little combo he has in here. I think it's superfluous. I just don't think he needs to be running this. It is a strategy, at least. He has a point for running it, but it's not like a very good one. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you find these streams enlightening if you actually are watching them and learning something from them. Making my calls out loud perhaps helps you figure out why I'm making choices I'm making and how you can. It's one thing to tell you what deck to play, and there's another thing to tell you why you should play it. I prefer going over what makes for smart choices in your deck over play this card. Like, no, I mean, yeah, maybe you have those cards, but maybe you don't. Maybe you have some other options. Why would you take those options? What is a good option? Why is it good? That's more important to me than just telling you, hey, run Lightning Vortex, or, run the Canadias. Like, those are good, but why are they good? What makes them good? Why are they good options? I think that's important, and you really need to go through the motions and play the game to understand, okay, why have these become good? And if they are good, are there substitutions I can make that are fulfilling similar goals? And I think that's important. So, anyway, I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace.